So I've just come back from Ireland. We've had a really good week. Me and my partner Adam Wakeling, we've just won the World Pairs, which is a massive competition in Ireland. And to be honest, a lot of people are asking me now on Facebook and through, on the bank, they're asking me what sort of setup I've used in Ireland when I go. Now, a lot of the fishing that you're doing, it's varied. You're fishing at sort of 30 yards up to sort of 70, 80 yards on the feeder. And a good all-round rod is a 12-foot rod. For me, I've been using the Beastmaster. It's the medium feeder rod. It's 12 foot long. It's a perfect action for this style of fishing. You're casting 30 gram, 40 gram feeders. Like I say, this variety of distances, and quite often also using a long hook length. So maybe a metre and a half hook length. Again, it's difficult to cast with short rods because you're looping over the top with the long hook length. So a 12 foot rod is ideal. You're looking for something that has got a bit of power. Again, you're reeling in sort of 5-6 ounce fish all the time. You're not pumping the fish, you're just constantly reeling, so you need something with power, and this rod fits the bill perfectly for me. It comes with a variety of tips, and a lot of the time I sort of favour a softish tip. It's rated at 1/2 ounce, which is again a good all-round tip, but like I say, on a lot of Irish locks the toe can build up massively, so 1.5 ounce tip is quite common to be used if the 1/2 ounce tip is bent right round. Down to the reels, there's not many better reels than the Aero range. The real powerhouse reels. Like I say, you're constantly winding heavy feeders and heavy fish back from considerable distances. So we end up using the Aero reel. I like the Aero Spin. It's a very powerful reel. It's got 4.8 to 1 gear ratio, which means it's very, very powerful. It's not the fastest at retrieving, but you've got the power there when you're turning the handle. A big cranking handle, you're not going to slip off that handle when your hands are covered in ground bait. Onto the reel itself, we use a braided mainline. This is Power Pro braided mainline. 010 braid. It stands up to the rigours of catching a lot of fish. It stands up all day. You can use this all week, no problem. You're making probably 200 casts a day, reeling heavy fish, like I say. No problem with this braid. We've got a shock leader on the line. I like to put around 30 feet of shock leader onto the reel. This is the new Technium Invisitech, and it's £8. So we tie that on, smallest knot that you can possibly do, so it slides through the eyes perfectly. And down to the business end, again, like everything else in Ireland, it's simple things that are going to stand up to the test of catching a lot of fish. My rig is a standard sliding feeder rig. So I've got the swivel there, I thread the swivel onto the line, I put 2 stots onto the line, 2 Press Innovation stots, and then at the end of the line I tie a twizzled loop. It's maybe about 2 inches long, that twizzled loop is. So now we slide the 2 stots down. They act like a float stop would, but they've got a nice flat edge onto the stots. So when the feeder on the link buffers up to that, you can see that kicks out, and every time that kicks out, keeps your hook length away from the feeder. You're casting in, you're getting no tangles, and again it's a sliding feeder rig, so you can see bites perfectly on the tip. Again, it comes down, all your Irish kit, it comes down to robustness. You need to have no qualms about using your kit to its maximum, no worries that the rod isn't up to the job, the reel isn't up to the job, or the rig's not up to the job. This is the kit that I use to win a lot of money in Ireland. I suggest you have a look at it yourself.